What's going on, you guys? This is Mixtape. I'm back with another video. Please go ahead and leave this video a like. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of it. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's going to help it grow. We're going to jump right into it. This is the Lakers' next game today. Lakers versus Pistons. And so with them playing the Pistons, I look for them to want to get revenge and play hard and hopefully bring the W home and start to improve that home record. So with them at home, everybody knows the lineups at this point. Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, AD, Marc Gasol still starting. I want to talk about numerous things Lakers. I want to talk about their record, how they've been playing as of recent, the game versus the Nuggets, what I personally feel like is going on with Anthony Davis, and what possibly could happen at the trade deadline and moving forward with the rest of the year for the Lakers. I think the Lakers are in good condition to start off. They played, to me, their best game against Denver so far. Denver, a few games they've played some great ones, but the one against Denver was amazing. They're down at half and all of that, and they still find a way to win. So it's always good to see that and see other players step up rather than the main few being LeBron or Anthony Davis or anything like that. Having Montrez come off the bench, bring us energy and points is amazing. Having Schroeder start, and whenever he's in without LeBron, him contribute and control the ball is amazing. I take my hats off to these guys. THT getting in some action and balling out so he can keep getting minutes is amazing too. He's been shooting great, KCP. Caruso, man, I love it. Caruso deserves the most minutes besides LeBron and AD. He comes in, he's playing defense, he's locking in. I mean, he's such a positive factor for us. And I mean, I don't know if Vogel has a lot on his plate because we have so many guards. But at the same point, you know, there's guys that deserve that time and on the court. I mean, even think about somebody like THT, where, I mean, he's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. And with him doing that, I mean, it just is, it makes it tough because, you know, you have him, KCP, Caruso, Wesley Matthews isn't even getting time right now. And with him not getting time, that's kind of tough because I assume they're going to want to use him come playoff time. Or maybe they might decide to move on from him. I don't know. But you picked him up in off season, and it just shows the depth because he was starting for the Milwaukee Bucks. And he comes in, and he's coming off the bench, and we're not really even using him as of current. So it just shows you how deep at guard position we are right now. Morris isn't getting too much time. Markieff Morris, he's not getting that much time either. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting to see these things happen on what the rotations is and seeing Vogel slowly fill out as far as the normal calendar year in the schedule, seeing the rotations. I like the rotations. I don't know if they'll change come playoff time, but I'm very confident in what the Lakers are doing right now. To get to Anthony Davis, I don't know. He made an interesting comment the other day. I want to say yesterday after the game versus the Nuggets. He said pretty much that he's been getting double teamed a lot this year, and because of that, he's just trying to make the smartest play possible. He doesn't want to force anything just because he is who he is. He's trying to make the smart pass, and he feels comfortable in making these smart passes because he knows that he has a great team around him. So it's not like he has to force buckets like he did in previous years. He knows he has a great supporting cast and help. So he feels like he doesn't need to force nearly as much. So that was one part. And the second part is he was talking about he's always been a person that doesn't really completely care about his offense. He says he gives his 100% effort on defense. And so hearing that as a fan is awesome. Everybody knows the saying, whether it's still completely true or not, depending on how you want to view it. Defense wins championships. You have a guy that's, one of your top guys on the team, and his main focus is defensively. I don't know what his numbers look like right off the rip, but just on what we've been able to see, he's still impacting defensive great. But at the same point, I feel like he is, in some sense, not as effective as he was before. I don't know if he's playing hurt. That's what I originally thought, but he says he isn't, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see. I think he'll have a good game for us tonight. He ends up having a good game for us on this game right here. This was me just playing against the Pistons because that's who they play tonight. They have a good homestand that they're dealing with right now. I think if they would have lost to any team, it would have been, yesterday against the Nuggets. But seeing that they won, it's a positive. They're gonna play. They played Denver. They got the win there. They're gonna play Detroit today. After Detroit, they play OKC twice. And then after they play OKC twice, they have one more at home, and then they go on the road for a game. So I don't have any reason to believe that they can't go 5-0. Oh, they have Memphis. So today is Detroit. Then Monday will be OKC. Wednesday will be OKC. And then Friday will be Memphis. So they could easily go 5-0 on this little homestand before they go on the road for 2 games against Denver and Minnesota. And then they'll have Brooklyn on the 18th on a Thursday. So they got some very winnable games in this window, and I look forward to them taking advantage of it. There's no reason why they can't rattle off 5-6 wins and then put themselves in a good position to beat Brooklyn. It'll be a real good game, real test. That game will be in Brooklyn. So we'll see how that one goes. We'll see where Brooklyn is at. We'll see if there's any trades that's happened. How that's going to go. Hopefully everybody's healthy and we get a good chance to see a possible finals game, or what could be. But for the majority of it, I think that the Lakers should get the win tonight, especially being frustrated that they lost kind of bad in Detroit. And after the game that they just put up in Denver, I don't see any reason why they can't get that victory. So that's my opinion on Anthony Davis. We'll see. I think he'll get him a nice game, kind of a bounce back. Yeah, he'll have Blake Griffin, and they have some good wing defenders that can get in Anthony's face and kind of guard him up some. But we'll see. Regardless of what happens, whether he scores 10 points or he scores 40 points for us, I think he can give us a 25 piece tonight, 25-30. But we just can't allow him to only have. We can't allow him to have another game too much where it's less than 10 shots. You know, you typically want your stars to get 10 to 15 shots a night, at least. You know, whether they're designed plays or ISOs, whatever the case may be, you want to rely on your stars. And the beauty of this team, you know, like I said previously, is that regardless of how one of our stars play, we have two guys that's in real good support that comes in and plays tremendous. You know, LeBron hasn't really played too many bad games, but if he was to have one, we still have Schroeder, Montrez, and Anthony Davis to kind of pick up the slack, which is awesome. You know, and Anthony Davis hasn't had the best year so far, but he has had a few good games. And even then, you know, it's pretty much reliable that you have Schroeder and Montrez giving you at least 10 to 15 a night. And then you have LeBron doing what he does. So I'm loving this team. It's awesome to see. And how this team is playing, I'm loving it. I know that people are bashing Marc Gasol, and it's rightful. At first, I was one of the guys that was happy to see him become on the team. But at the same time, I do like Marc Gasol. I think he's a good player. I think maybe in playoff time, when the game slows down, it'll be better suited for him. That's what I'm hoping it to be. I don't think he should be our starter. I hope that come trade deadline, one of the centers, hopefully somebody from Cleveland, whether it is Drummond or somebody, we need another center to kind of help, you know, grab rebounds. You know, Montrez comes off the bench and, you know, he's getting a lot of minutes, which is fine. But at the same point, you do want him to, you know, conserve his energy because you're expecting him to bring a lot of high energy minutes when he is on the court. So we have that, and I don't know whether it's Drummond or another guy. You know, we are in need of a center that'll hustle and grant us some good rebounds. Besides that, I think the Lakers are straight. Even if they don't get that, I mean, that's the only glaring weakness if you want to make one. Besides that, I think the team is fine, and I think the team will be fine and go on to win number 18th. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, there is a little biasness as a Lakers fan, but also besides that point, I think that the depth will be helpful, you know, playing somebody like Brooklyn where they have to rely so much on their three stars to play a lot of minutes, you know, and they don't have that much coming off the bench. I mean, yeah, they do have Jeff Green, which is helpful, but I don't know. I feel like they have more holes than most teams, so we'll just see how it works. God forbid one of those guys get injured, just like any team. I mean, but if one of those three gets hurt, that's going to really hurt their chances. But I'm sure they're just figuring it out, seeing different ways for the team to get better and try and make things work. So we'll see how that goes. What else could I talk about? Guess I'll talk some THT. I'm really enjoying seeing him grow on the court. I'm glad he got some minutes in there with Denver. It seems like whenever he gets minutes, he makes something happen. The only game I don't think he did the greatest was, I can't think of it right now. It was a few nights ago. But I like THT. He's so young. Definitely a diamond in the rough. And he's only going to get better. You know, it's crazy for you to get somebody in the second round like him that has the potential to be, you know, a great. I'm not saying he could be an all-star. I mean, who knows? The way he plays the game, I tell, you know, some of my closest friends, you know, that, you know, whenever we talk basketball, I see a lot of CJ McCollum in him. Let me know in the comments if you see the same. Do you see McCollum in him, where what I'm seeing is that he can create off the dribble. He's good at shooting off the dribble. And he's comfortable around the basket. You know, if you give him an open lane on the court, he can take it and finish. He's real strong with his right. I'm sure in due time he'll get more comfortable with the left. But right now, I mean, his finishes are crazy. Whether it's a reverse or up and under, he's getting his buckets in. And I'm loving it. You know, to see him so young and getting it. It'll be interesting in due time what his position and role will change out to. Will he be, you know, the starting two guard in some years, or will he be the guy like a Kyle Kuzma where he's making a major contributions coming in off the bench? I mean, the sky is the limit for this kid. If I had to make a guess on what I think he can be our starting two guard in a few years. I think with his creativeness coming in and being able to dribble, I think that him and Anthony Davis, as Anthony Davis gets older, this is way down the line. He can be, you know, THT can be kind of like our Kobe guy where, you know, we was able to see him grow all the way through. You know, whenever the Lakers got Kobe back in the day, you know, he was a kid coming straight from high school, and you know, everybody knows how that went. You know, him going down and growing up, you know, slowly before our eyes and getting us 5 championships. So I think THT can have that effect. Will he? I mean, time will tell. I'm not comparing him to Kobe. I'm not saying he will be Kobe. I'm just saying, you know, somebody young like that, he can stick around this franchise and be a Laker for life. But not only that, he can, you know, just be the guy that got next. So we'll definitely see how that works out. I also think something I would like to speak on is Josh Hart is great. Bringing him up, Josh Hart is great, and you know they picked him up in the first round. But I would honestly make an argument. Love to hear you guys' comments on what you guys think as far as Josh Hart versus Alex Caruso. I honestly think that somebody like him, Alex Caruso, in my eyes, is better. Maybe it's because he has a better team or whatever, but I think Alex Caruso has made himself more valuable than somebody like a Josh Hart. What we expected Josh Hart to do when we traded him, it kind of put us in some sort of a deficit when we was getting Anthony Davis, because we envisioned Josh Hart to be one of the guys that played against our best guard, whoever we was playing. So, example, Detroit right now, that he would be the guy that would be guarding Rose, and and I honestly think that Caruso slowly but surely has a solid case that you can say that he's better than Josh Hart and better, currently at what he's doing. Whether you want to say that Josh Hart, is in a good position or whatever the case may be, Caruso came from the G League. I believe he's undrafted and has a pretty reliable 3-point shot, and comes in and brings the energy where he's sometime picking guys up full court. He does get steals, and I mean, he just brings energy every time. There's not a dull moment with Caruso on the court, and that's valuable, seeing that we really didn't have that coming from somebody like a Josh Hart consistently. And I know, they're both young and all of that. I don't know. That's my opinion on that. I would love to get you guys' opinion too. And he's cheaper too. That's the main thing in my eyes. He's a lot cheaper than Hart is, because he's undrafted and Hart went in the first round for us. So, yeah, this game is coming to an end. As you guys can see, it wasn't the cleanest game that I played with the Lakers. Let me know if you guys like this format of me kind of playing the games and speaking on the Lakers. I appreciate all you guys that I'm seeing slowly and surely. You guys are slowly creeping in and subscribing to my channel. To all you guys that are subscribed to my channel already, thank you. It means the world to me, seriously. It's no greater feeling than to know that I get to get on and make a new video every day or every other day. Whether it's Lakers, 2K in general, Call of Duty, Madden, anything. Seeing you guys support, watching my videos, give it likes, comment down below, let me know you guys' feelings. It means the world to me. So I truly appreciate that. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. Help this channel grow. Like the video. Feel free to share it with your friends. Share it with anybody that you decide to, help this channel to grow. I truly appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and everything. But right now I'm just showing, box scores. What the Lakers did, who got in. Then we'll show the Pistons box scores, what they did. But again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for viewing. Please give it a like. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below. Let me know you guys' opinions and feelings on things. This is Mixtape, and I'm out. Have a great day, you guys. Stay safe.